Welcome back. Well, let's spring on the horizon as the snow melts. Yes, finally, protecting our largest investment becomes a top priority. So today we're visiting with Peggy Isakson as this little Peggy knows the market. That's her tagline. I love it. She's one of the top real estate agents of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Premier Properties, and she's here to list out the important items for you to do and pay attention to this spring season. Now, let's talk about the things to do around your house. The snow is melting. I was doing some things probably the wrong way, but what should people be doing?
Well, with all the extra snow this year, we really have to do due diligence in making sure we check our foundation because there's going to be a lot of water melting. The ground's still frozen. The water needs to go somewhere. So if it doesn't go in the ground, it's going to try to find its way into your house. So there are definitely things, especially this spring, that people need to pay attention to. Some people still have snow on their roof, and if they still have snow on their roof that's melting, most of it's gone, thank goodness, but they need to make sure they get their downspouts extended out. So a lot of people put them up in the winter months. You need to get those downspouts extended out to get the water away from the foundation. Just had a home inspection the other day. The extensions were up. The water went straight down the foundation, and sure enough, there was water inside the foundation because there was no place for that water to go. So
how do you check your foundation? If you find water there, then what?
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right? But you got to take those extensions down. Make sure your gutters are all cleaned out because if we get a big rain and your gutters are full, it's going to go over the side of your gutters and right straight down to your foundation. And it will find a way into your foundation if the ground's still frozen.
So sump pump, what should I be doing with my sump pump at this point?
Sump pumps, you got to love them and you got to hate them because they do help get the water away from your foundation, which relieves the pressure from your foundation. But if they aren't working, it can cause thousands of dollars of damage. So with the sump pump, first and foremost, you need to make sure it's working. So go down to your basement, flip the float up, or pour water in it and make sure that it's working. Before you do that, you need to go outside and make sure that where the sump pump hose comes out, make sure that it is extended away from the foundation. If you still have the little black hose on it, that is the sump pump hose that takes it away from the foundation, it is still cold enough at night for that to freeze. So if that is frozen and your sump pump kicks in, it's gonna burn out your sump pump right away. So get out there. For now, get that black hose off, get a PVC pipe. You can either get a 1-inch one and get a connector to it, to the discharge. You can pick up a 3 or 4-inch PVC pipe and then just stick it right over the extension so you don't have to get an adapter to it. Just get it out about 10 feet away from your foundation to get the water out there. If you go and your sump pump is 10 years old and you haven't been paying very good attention to it, it's a wise investment to just get a plumber in, get a new sump pump in. It's probably $350, $40. Make sure that it's working properly. They have backup sump pumps you can put in, so if your first one quits, the backup kicks in. And just regularly check on it, especially this spring, because they're going to be kicking in a lot.
So we mentioned a moment ago about, hey, how do I look to see if there's water in my foundation and whatnot? What's the answer to that?
There are some cheap investments. Moisture detectors, you can go buy to Menards, Shields, Home Depot, any of those. You can find a little 9-volt moisture detector. It's just about this big. You set it in your corners. If you've ever had moisture before, set them in those areas. You can set them next to your sump pump, so if your sump pump quits and the water comes out, they screech really loud and you can hear them. Actually, there's one that you can dangle down the sump pump hole, so it's above the float. So once the sump pump quits, it kicks in before the water comes out of your sump pump.
Goodness.
And you can get the ones that screech really loud, or you can get ones that connect to your Wi-Fi and then send a push notification to your phone and let you know that your sump pump has quit.
Thank you for that. Let's bring up the graphic here so you can get a hold of you. You can see the phone number here. Go ahead and give her a call if you want more information, and there's her email as well, because Peggy knows the market. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, stay with us. Much more coming up right after this.